Salawat. A second one for the love of Fatima to Zahra alayhi salam. And a third one, with your loudest voice, for our living Imam, Imam Zaman alayhi salam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال الله سبحانه في القرآن الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا تكونوا كالذين خرجوا من ديارهم بطرا ورياء الناس ويصدون عن سبيل الله بما يعملون محيط. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات. You see, one of the ways to prevent hardship and difficulties, which is promised from Allah, but to prevent it from you causing it upon yourself from your own hands, the easiest tool is salawat. That's why I like to start my speeches with a lot of salawat, because salawat prevents 100 doors of bala, of hardship and difficulties. Salawat. I had went through a course of series through my lectures, and tonight, inshallah, with the permission of Allah and the blessing of Imam Zaman, I'm going to go into the main theme and topic, which was the will that Imam Hussain alayhi salam left with his brother Muhammad ibn Hanafiya. You see, in those times up to today, you see that the most diseases within the self got manifested. And the Imam, what he wanted to do was he wanted to wake up the inner you, the true you. When the Quran says that you are blind, it doesn't mean these eyes that are blind. Blind, the true you. The Imam, he wanted to wake them up and let them know that they was going through the wrong path, the wrong way. The Prophet had already given them everything. Give them salat. He gave them hajj. Everything that the Prophet could have given them, he gave it to them. And they became blind. Just like us, we become blind from ourself, from our evilness. This is why the Imam, he could have, throughout his journey, like he did from Medina to Mecca, all the way to Kufa, he could have given this letter like a sermon, like he did, or like a Juma khutbah. But he made sure he gave it to someone that it could have been preserved so that we can benefit from it in today's time. Salawat. We went through the ayat that Allah is telling us about the amanat that he wanted to entrust, and that we could bear it, but because of our own egos, it's difficult also. We went through who was the one who was able to manifest it in its true potential, all of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala attributes. Not that he and Allah is the same. No, we cannot know Allah through his that, through his inner self. So we know Allah through these attributes, through these names, and the Imam, they are the one who manifests them so that we can benefit from it. We know that everything from Allah is good. Nothing from Allah is bad. Anything bad from ourselves. And this is what the Imam was trying to do. Wake them up and wake us up so that we can be there with Imam Zaman. This is why when he was leaving, he met with his brother and he said, "Wa inni lam akhruj ashran." Subhanallah. You see this lam in Arabic grammar, when it's in front, it's alif, lam, mim. When it is in front of a verb, a present tense verb, and negate it to the past, meaning that it could never happen. The Imam could never be evil. Why? Because the Imam and Allah, through that amanat, is one. So who is the Imam talking to when he said, I did not, or I am not leaving evil? The Imam was talking to those who was about to commit the greatest sin in humanity. And he left it for us so that we can benefit from it and learn how to destroy that disease that is preventing us from seeing our living Imam. Salawat. Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam, he says, the evil one, you see how these diseases got manifested in Karbala? You remember those 5 advices that the Imam taught us yesterday to not befriend? He said, the evil one is the one with pride. Remember he said, what was one of the advice? To be humble, right? To be humble. He said, the evil one is the one with pride. And the arrogant one is the one who is possessed by his own vanity. You see what the Imam is trying to teach us here? So that we can connect and be able to benefit from that amanat here, because we cannot benefit from it over there. The benefit is here. Wa inni lam akhruj ashran. Subhanallah. Salawat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, for evil doers there will be no helpers. How can the Imam be evil? Lam akhruj, meaning could never happen. There is no evil with Allah. We ourselves are the evil ones when we allow what? Our desires overtake us. Subhanallah. Then he said, Wallah batran, as a rebel, arrogant. We need to look within ourselves. Majalises of Abdullah Hussain, Yamitu Shahawat Nafsik. This is what it is. destroying these desires within ourselves. This is why we need to look at Karbala as Jihad al-Akbar, the greatest jihad. There is a riwayat when Amir al-Mu'mineen and the Sahabas returned from battle, from victory, and they went to Rasulullah. He told them, yes, you have won the smallest jihad, but you haven't won the greater one yet, the one of the self. Salawat. We have a riwayat from Imam Rida alayhi salam that goes on to his father, Imam al-Baqir. He said that whenever Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq would leave for Salat, he would say, إِذَا خَرَجَ إِلَى Salat al-Imam. Whenever he would leave, he would raise his hand to the sky and he would say, and this is for us to learn, Allahumma inni as'aluka bihaqqi sa'ilin laka wa bihaqqi makhraji hadha fa inni lam akhruj. Same as that will. See that? Fa inni lam akhruj, how? Ashran. Subhanallah. Dua that he's teaching us when we leave from our house anywhere. This is the revolution we have to have within ourselves. The true jihad. هذا فإني لم أخرج أشرا ولا بطرا ورياء ولا سمعة ولكن خرجت ابتغاء رضوانك واجتناب سخطك فعافني بعافيتك من النار. Subhanallah. He said, Salawat. The Imam, before he would leave his house to do his salat or anywhere, he would say, "O Allah, indeed I ask you rights of the Salihin, laka, and from the rights of those who left. Fahada, me, I will not leave, never. It cannot happen. Evil. Before I leave my house, I ask Allah to control whatever within me that is evil." This is a teaching for us. Wala batran, wari'an, meaning I have not left to show off so that people can see me and think that I'm truly holy. I come and I stand in the front lines, I do all the mustahabat, and when I leave here, I eat the flesh of my mu'min brother or my mu'min sister. The Imam is teaching us this through this will. This is where it starts. And then you will achieve that brotherhood, that sisterhood. This is where it starts. Look at this letter. Don't just read it as, okay, the Imam left this, the war. No, this is for us. He left it with his brother so that we can benefit from it. Wala mufsidan, from fasad, corrupted. I did not leave corrupted. Meaning, I will never do anything to take my brother and sister from the way of Allah. The Imam is telling us so that we can learn and be that guidance and that protector of our brother and sister. Keep them away from fasad. It's not that he was involved in it. He is trying to wake those people up. He is trying to let them know, don't do this. I'm warning you. Wake up. Wake that inner self of you so that you go and taste and benefit from the true love, the true amanat of Allah. Wala zaliman, as an oppressor. As an oppressor. Meaning, he's letting them know, wake up. You are oppressing your own self. Because of this, you have become blind to truth. No matter how much time is being presented to you, you are becoming blind. Throughout the way, the Imam will call them back to the truth. He's telling them, wake up. Kharajtu li talabi najah. I left to seek success, najah. How? Wa islah, by reformation. Reforming what? Salat is there. Hajj is there. Those people was doing it. They probably been to Hajj way more than us. I've been twice, alhamdulillah. How many times they was going Hajj? How many of them prayed behind Rasulullah? The same thing Fatima to Zahra did when she went into the court. She was teaching us the oppression that we are doing to our own self. Because they have that amana. They are okay. The issue is us. Reforming ourselves. Next Muharram, inshallah, we all, including myself. See, these pictures are for myself. I research it for myself so that I can connect with Abdullah Hussain in such of a way that I can pave the way, if I don't see him, for my kids and all the kids. Reform yourself. Look at yourself. Yamid shahawa fi nafsik. Whatever disease, only we are the doctors of ourselves. No one else. We have to look at that cure. These majalises, these remembrance of Abdullah Hussain, supposed to let us see that disease within ourselves, because they all got manifested with those enemies in Karbala. And he warning us, he letting us know, your time is coming. Imam Zaman is here. He's here, he's nowhere, he's right here. Allah said he will not destroy this world if there is one righteous. Every blessing that we get right now is because of Imam Zaman. Salawat. Kharajtu li talabil najah was salah fi umma jaddi Muhammad. Subhanallah. The Prophet had already given them everything. What else they needed? They didn't need nothing else. What they needed was to destroy themselves. In the battle of Siffin, what did the enemies did? They took the Quran, put it in spears, and again, we became blind, corner the Imam, until the Imam had to say, yes, that's a book. We are the walking Quran. We are that living Quran. We are that manifestation of Allah. And you all could benefit from that nur. Imam. لطلب إصلاح في أمة جد محمد أريد أن أعمل بالمعروف وأن أنهى عن المنكر. Nothing bad. All good. This is why, if we go back to the ayat that I recited at first, when it says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ خَرَجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِهِمْ. Remember the dua that the Imam taught us to recite from that will? Allah is saying, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ خَرَجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِهِمْ بَطْرًا وَرِيَاءَ النَّاسَ وَيَصُدُّونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ مَا يَعْمَلُونَ مُحِيطٌ. And do not be like those who went out from their homes arrogantly. How many of us live like that? I sometimes do it. Got a nice car and I want to drive through. These little bit of things make it a big disease. I did not leave. He said, don't be like those people who went out of their homes to commit the biggest sin in humanity. Don't be like those. And do not be like those who went out of their homes arrogantly, only to be seen by people. This is one thing Allah don't like. Riyah. Me coming here and trying to be a mu'min when my heart is dark just for everyone to see me and say he's great. Allah don't like that. He doesn't. Show off. How many of those diseases was there? And to hinder others from Allah's path. Shimr, didn't he call Abu Fadl Abbas and said, come with us? Come with us. But you see, Abu Fadl Abbas, he was woken. He knew the reality of this amanat. That's why he chose Allah. Because choosing Imam is choosing Allah. This is why he said this. Salawat. So whoever accept me, Abu Abdullah Hussain, by accepting the truth, what we say? Do we say the truth is with Ali, or we say Ali is with the truth? How is it? Salawat. See that? Here now, the Imam is putting it together. So whoever accept me by accepting the truth, then Allah is more deserving of the truth. Subhanallah. He protected us. He wants us to wake up. Inshallah, with the tawfiq of Allah, I will continue this tomorrow because it's going to take some days. This is the true amanat. It got manifested. This is what the Imam is preparing us for. The Imam, when he was going to the army and he was about to fight, and he saw that everyone was shaheed, he made this dua. Oh Allah, I left the world altogether for your love. You remember that amana? That amana was that love that got manifested. Oh Allah, I left the world altogether for your love. I orphaned my children so as to see you. Subhanallah. Even if you cut me into pieces in way of love, my heart would not incline to anyone but you. Subhanallah. Imam al-Hussain returned now from the body of Abu Fadl Abbas. He goes back to the camps. There's commotion in the camps. They want to know where's the one who quenches the thirst. Ya Allah. They want to know where is Abbas. It is said that Imam al-Hussain, when he returned back to the camps, he looked at ladies and he had to calm them down. He told them, calm down. It's for me now. Imam al-Hussain, he looks at Rabab. He looks at Rabab and he says, bring me my son. Bring me Abdullah. He's known as Al-Yaskar. Let's remember that cry tonight. He said, bring me Abdullah. Bring him to me. It is said that Sayyidah Zainab, she left the tent and rushed Imam al-Hussain with him. Imam al-Hussain, all he wants to do is kiss him and pay farewell. But the Imam is looking at him and Zainab is telling him, Ya Akhi, Ya Abdullah, look how pale he looks.